So you know I've invited you guys to that Bagua area, that meditation area at the church, the circle walking. So Westerners do this, and I think they just do it like this, and they look down at their feet. But there's been a Taoist circle walking has been something in China for I'm not sure how long, but it's different. It's different than what the meditation circle that in Western religion that they have up there by the church. I don't know the traditions of that. I'd be interested, and I should look it up. But you're doing the step, actually. So in the step, in Bagua, you lower your foot down slowly with the back leg. Then you gingerly shift onto the front leg, peel off the back foot. But the front foot never peels. The front foot drops. So when you walk, you're always peeling off, right? You're always peeling, you're always rolling through the foot. That's the natural gait. So philosophically, what's fascinating about this is you cannot move until you're secure on your back foot. So this is almost like what we were talking about, Carrie, where you're having sleepless nights because of problems with your work. If you don't get rest at night, then the next day you're off. You have to come from a settled place before you can shift to the next. So philosophically, there's a lot going on there with what you're doing with your body. Now, the other thing that's really significant about this is that we all wear shoes now. It's been going on for a long time. So when we don't get the feedback from our feet that we once did when we were barefooted or when we were kids running around barefoot, we do not get the feedback. So because that information is not coming to us, we look down at our feet to, where am I going to step? Because our feet can't tell us that info, right? Because of the barrier of the shoes and the soles. So what I've been working on is circle walking barefooted. And it's particularly significant because there are bricks that they're not raised, so it's not as challenging as, I spent 2 years on raised bricks doing circle walking in different palm positions, in the 8 mother palms. And I did it for an hour a day for 2 years straight. And it was really intense, and I just knew it made everything else so much better, but I wasn't sure why. But now that I'm older and more cerebral, I can reflect on all this. So when you do the circle walking barefoot at that site, there are bricks surrounded by gravel paths, right? You see the circle of bricks and then the gravel in between. And when you deviate from a brick, you pick up little pieces, little gravel rocks in the bottoms of your feet that become embedded. And then your next step, oops, because you deviated from that path, has got little rocks in the bottom of your foot. Now, you're stepping lightly so it doesn't hurt that bad. So it's almost like getting reflexology, constant reflexology. Now, the reason I'm so excited about this is because as we age, our proprioception diminishes. You know what the word proprioception is? The awareness of where your body is in space without having to go, see it, just being able to feel it.
Yes, I noticed the old people at the farmers market have no idea, none,
Right,
how much space.
right.
I think it's only dancers or theater people and the rest that understand.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So we lose that awareness. You know how I do a lot of that work with our eyes? Because our peripheral vision, our tissue is shrinking basically is why it's happening as we age. We're going to shrivel up, dry up, and blow away eventually. But, we're trying to stay expanded for as long as possible. So we have, a rich final act. Okay, so in terms of what's going on with that awareness of the sensations in the bottom of the feet traveling up to the brain, aside from the fact that that's the longest trip that your blood, neurons, your whole system in your body can go from the bottoms of your feet to your brain and back from your brain to the bottoms of your feet. So that's a long trip. The result of it was that yesterday I went to take a walk in the park in the evening, and usually I'd look at the steps and go, God, I'm getting old. Well, I used to just run up and down steps. And this time I just was like down the steps. And it just went, that was a giant revelation. Like, that was from the Bagua. I didn't need to look at the steps. My feet knew where they were. So when I'm trying to urge you to join me in the Bagua circle walking, there's a lot going on there. Now I know you're trying to memorize Tai Chi.